You're listening to Radio Cosmos.
All night long.
Bravo! My compliments, little lady.
Commercial!
Break for 30 seconds.
Commercial!
You're now listening to BaaD Radio.
Hello and welcome to BaaD Radio. BaaD stands for Business at a Distance. This is a show about local businesses and business networking. We are here in the News Radio WFLA Orlando studios from 11 a.m. to noon every Sunday, and I am your host, Angela Smarito. And before we jump into the show, I want to give a shout out to some of our show sponsors because without their support, we wouldn't be here now. First off, thank you to Forge IT Consulting, providing a fully outsourced IT department with a personal touch for small business, and Osteopathic Health of Orlando. They offer integrative medicine and regenerative medicine and so much more. Visit osteopathic.healthcare. So please join me in welcoming my very, very good friend. Hold on. This is Mind Vibe Studio. And so we have Dawn Janowitz.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to have you in here. I know you were a little nervous about coming in by yourself.
Yes, I'm usually always with my husband, but it's okay. I'm here, girl. We're going to have this girl talk going on.
I was very close to calling you by your sister's name.
You can call me Kim. That's okay. That's a compliment.
Because I know Kim as well as I know Dawn, and that's why I had to sit there and give it. I'm like, My Vibe Studio, this is Dawn, not Kim. But anyway, so you said that Kim's in town right now, right?
Yeah, she is, and she's just been with me this week, so it's interesting that you said that. And that's probably why you're thinking about her. So.
Well, you told me the other day. Yep. So anyway, I'm excited to have Dawn here just without Eric. Not because I don't like Eric. I love you to pieces, Eric, and I mean that. It's because what I want to talk today a little bit about is what Mind Vibes means to people every single day. Mm-hmm. So with Eric, we talked a lot about the intricate parts of it, but there was a lot more to it than what that means. That all that intricate part is very, very interesting,
like the technical and all that. Yeah.
But the truth is why would somebody go there? I mean, and you and I are both women that live very busy lifestyles. We have a family, we have children, we have work, we have all this stuff. And that's what you built Mind Vibes to serve, right?
Exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's the show that we're going to do today. And I think that is going to be, like I said, one of the best. So, but first and foremost, what I want to do is want to talk a little bit about how it got started. And I know it had to do with you visiting someplace. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so there's a long version and a short version. So I'll kind of go into like the medium version. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to a sound healing studio, and what that is they call it also sound bath. It's where it's almost like yoga-ish type of studio where everyone lays down, but at the front of the room is a lady who puts 7 bowls out. Well, they can have 1 to 7, but
when you say bath, is there water included?
No,
okay.
I don't know why they actually call it a sound bath. I think because you're bathed in the vibration of the sound. Okay. Actually, that's probably where that came from. But nope, it's just a lady with sound bowls. So if you don't know what those look like, the size, they range from small to like can fit in your palm to a big one where you'd have to carry it with like both hands. And the size of it actually changes the sound of it. You have it with a deeper rhythm to a higher rhythm. I don't know anything about music, but they play the A, B, C, D, but as they rub the top of it with like a mallet with like a cotton on it or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what all that is. And they rub it and it produces a vibration, which produces a sound. And it's a very healing sound. And it's like a vibration that you can feel in your body. And so I went to another one where I went to one in New Hampshire. They put the bowls on top of you.
Like on your stomach?
On your stomach. They put a few on your stomach, on your knees, and they would come by and the lady would, take the mallet and rub over the top. And then also they would hit it and it would create a vibration in your body. We're vibrational beings. Uh-huh. So that vibration is really a healing and a de-stressor and helps you relax. So it's a very good feeling.
Right.
And so I was doing these just, for relaxing, for enjoyment. And
how did you stumble across it in the first place?
So, because my husband's a chiropractor, right. I've always been into that like granola crunchy, all the holistic health and wellness with everything. So I've always known about it. I've never really gone to it. I'm not a very stressful person, but if someone says, you want to go do this? I'm like, okay. So I always love to try things. I mean, I'm always up to try anything. So I think I just went to see what it would feel like because I know people go and
was it local here? Was it somebody that's
it was in Oviedo.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in Oviedo. And typically they do them once a month. They do it once a month according to the moon. When there's a full moon, they'll do a sound bath.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
so it's very it's most of them are done inside yoga studios, right? There's not a sound bath studio that you could just go to.
Well, it sounds to me like yoga and sound bath have a lot
in common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah. So I brought my husband to it, and he's the same like me. He's like, sure, I'll try it. You know, he's got a lot more on his plate. So he's like, if you want to go somewhere to relax, I'm all in. And he loves that stuff. Like we have those, massage chairs at our house, at our office, and he's always into that stuff. So he went, and of course, he's always thinking. And he was like, how can we make this better? How can we maximize this to where professionals can go? Because it really draws typically sound bath and yoga, they draw people who are into that holistic healing, not really people who don't know about it. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, how can we make this for the masses? How can we get people to experience a sound bath and vibration without, just going once a month?
But I mean, the thing is lots of times it's time. Like I would love to go do yoga or whatever, but when I'm home, when I get home, my butt's tired. I don't want to get in my car again and drive to a yoga studio, and I don't have time. I've got things, like you said, it's because yoga usually lasts, an hour?
Mm-hmm. And you have to go like 3 times a week.
Yeah,
and stuff.
So it's not that I don't want to. I'm tired. I don't have time.
Well, what's interesting is the things that are good for us, we have to make the time for in a way, and we'll do things that we can prioritize, right? Mm-hmm. Is there something that you like to do that you'll make the time for?
Always. I mean, if it's got to do with the family, absolutely.
Right. So we prioritize things. So if you're have a lot of stress, anxiety, and you're having trouble sleeping, and you can find something that could help you, you're gonna you'll find the time, or you'll make the time. So I think we are all busy beings. We're so busy. But really, it's all about just prioritizing because we fit the things in that we want to, and then the things that we don't fit in, we're like, oh, I'm too busy, right?
Then that's very valid.
Yeah. So,
but that was one of the things that you took into consideration as Eric is building this business model in his head when he was supposed to be relaxing.
Yeah, exactly. I know. He comes out and he's like, how can we make this better? Exactly. And it actually started out to where we were going to use this a live sound bath, a live sound bowl. It has transformed so much. We took about a year to develop Mind Vibes, and now it's all technology based with vibroacoustic beds, with lights, and with sound and taste and
smell too.
Smell,
right?
Yeah, aromatherapy. Which is interesting. I don't know if I had told you this yet, but a legit UCF researcher.
You did.
Yeah.
Tell us again.
They came to us, and my husband's been a guest lecturer at UCF for the College of Marketing for over 15 years. And the lady who runs it, one of her researchers are doing they want to do a research, like a full funded grant, like the whole thing you always hear about, like a published study on aromatherapy, on what helps people calm and de-stress and different things like that. So they want to do it at our Mind Vibes office. So we feel
that's so cool.
I know. And like they're going to present the findings in Spain in March. So we're just getting this going. So I'm super excited.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. That's
Thank
a great
you.
opportunity for you guys. And how did she find so I guess she just knew Eric from UCF and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so that's awesome. That's such a great opportunity. And so Eric, you and Eric get done with this, this session with the sound bath, and he's like, "How can we make it better?" And that was where it started. Mm-hmm. And how long ago was that?
I would say that would have been June or July. I think July of 2024. Mm-hmm. So he came home, and we started thinking about the vibroacoustic beds, and he just started making them. He started ordering everything he needed. To create.
He cracks me up.
I've been with him 20 years, and I don't think I've ever really seen him pick up a screwdriver. So it was interesting. He's like, I'm going to make these.
That's awesome. All right. Well, we're going to run to break. When we get back, we'll have more BaaD Radio. So stay tuned. Well, welcome back. And this portion of the show is brought to you by Body Street of Winter Park. Experience EMS Fitness Studio, where it only takes 20 minutes a week to get a full body workout. Visit bodystreet.us for a free trial.
We want to pump you up.
Stefan, the owner's from Germany, and that's from a bit from Saturday Night Live from a long time ago. So we're here with Dawn with Mind Vibe Studio, and you're officially the founder. Is that correct?
I am officially the founder, and I actually came up with the name. So, but me and Eric work together as a partnership all the time. But I did find it. Yeah.
So no, Mind Vibes is perfect because that's what you're talking about. Yep. So you built the beds, you got everything set up, and so it's still an evolving like modality. You're still working on the pieces that are going to make people come in, and so Eric said to me, he was like, we're going to focus on sleep and stress because that seems to be where people suffer the most. And I'm going to say yes, because those are two things that I treasure. One is sleep and one's peace. So let's talk about the different types of, what do you call them? Sessions?
Yeah, sessions. That's exactly right. So I think a lot of things can stem from sleep and stress, right? So a lot of things that we feel, anxiety and different things, going on in the world are really creating a lot of stress and anxiety and can cause poor sleep. So Mind Vibes is a way for your brain to kind of like take a break. You go in there, you lie down, we tuck you in, and you lie down, and it's a very peaceful way to really chemically and strategically change your brain waves. That's where Eric knows all the research and all the science behind that. But it really does. You come out of your session almost in like a euphoric feeling, like wow, like you just like had the best sleep of your life in only like 25 minutes. So like less than 30 minutes of walking through the door. And also when you're done, we have an area that Eric was so adamant had to have the Reflect and Connect Cafe, because me and him are so different in some ways, where he's a journaler. He likes to journaler. Is that word? He likes to journal. He likes to write things down. I mean, you can't read it, but write things down. And
he can read it.
Yeah, he can read it. I'm the complete opposite. So
here,
he's
pull that a little bit closer to you.
There like that. Okay. Yeah. All right, good. And so like he wanted a cafe to where after you come out and you have this feeling of just, your thoughts.
Euphoric.
Yeah, euphoric. Do you want to journal? So we have an area set up in the reception area where you can reflect, where you can journal your thoughts, or you can connect and you can be with other people and talk, because a lot of times your brain will actually think of really cool things, different things that you didn't think of before because you were stressed or you didn't get any sleep. So there's some really good things that came out of that.
Well, one thing that I've noticed is that I don't allow myself enough sleep. I'll go to bed. I will, and I know this is terrible, but I'll take my computer to bed and I'll work on stuff. And then all of a sudden I realize it's midnight and I have to get up at 5 o'clock because we have BNI or whatever. So I'm giving myself 5 hours of sleep, and that's
not good.
No, it's not good.
Yeah.
And then even sometimes I have a hard time turning my brain off in order to get to sleep. And I struggle because it's like, what is that? Like my brain goes in a lot of different directions. And so I think that finding a solution to that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I think you're right. It does lead to a lot of stress. So sleep and stress go hand in hand.
And you might be doing that for years and not even realizing the toll that it can take on your body, because we're moms, our kids go to bed, and then you finally feel like you have this like space to where, I can finally like have a glass of wine and be on my computer and do the things I want to do. You work. Some people just maybe, do other things.
True crime.
Yeah. There's a lot of us that watch true crime before we go to bed.
do you realize that's a cliche for for us, right?
Yep, definitely.
Is that it's like we won't watch Aliens or something like that, but we'll watch true
someone
crime.
Getting murdered. Yeah, I know. It's very peaceful as we fall asleep. I know. I've talked to so many ladies, and they love watching a murder mystery when they go to bed.
That is very weird.
Yeah.
But when it comes back to Mind Vibes, so let's talk. Where is it located at?
Yep. So we are in Oviedo. We're at 1791 East Broadway Street, right there at the corner of Lockwood and 419. And we have a great studio, and we have 10 vibroacoustic beds, 10 session beds where you can do your sessions. And it's really, I mean, you've been in there. It's really neat. So
yeah. And I know that there are so many that are private, then there are so many that are semi-private. So, but no matter what, you're not laying next to a complete stranger that you can see.
But we do have couples rooms. I think we have 3 couple rooms where you can go with, or 2 couple rooms where you can go with a friend.
Or your husband.
Or you can go with your husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a date day to me.
So Eric also thought of the rock and relax. So once we get a couple things moving, on evenings, he used to, as a child, well, not as a child, but maybe a kid, I don't know, when he was like 18, 17, 16, listen to Pink Floyd and turn the radio up. So he's been doing some of these rock and relax sessions and showing people where they just lay there and listen to Pink Floyd or something like that. And people are loving it. So we're trying to figure out how we could do that at night with it, do a date night and different things like that. So, just to do something different than just dinner and a movie, which my husband took the 3 kids out to dinner the other day. I actually was out doing something else, and it was like $71 for a popcorn and 4 people to the movies. So, this is kind of cool because if you get a membership, it would be included, and maybe you and your wife can go do a rock and relax session, or a partner or a friend, and then go out to dinner. I mean, how cool would that be? Yeah. You have that euphoric feeling and you're feeling kind of fun.
Well, let's talk about the memberships a little bit. So we talk about the Founders Club. Tell me about the Founders Club and what's included.
Yeah, so the first 50 to sign up are part of the Founders Club, and you receive a gift from us, which is a really comfy Mind Vibes blanket. I
love it.
And there's also heavy discounted pricing. I mean, if you want to be one of the first to sign up, I think it's like as low as $88 a month. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Right. Yeah.
The last I looked, and then some other we're also going to be doing like VIP events. We're also going to be incorporating actual live sound baths. So from what we found in the very beginning, with the bowls and everything.
Oh, so you're going to bring the bowls in?
We are. Well, not actually at our studio. We're doing it at a different a dance studio is allowing us to have the space because you need a lot of space, like a big open room. So like maybe on Sundays, we're going to have that. We're also going to have guided meditation walks out in nature. So we're really trying to.
What is that like?
So have you ever seen those like those disco headphones? The what is that called? Like quiet disco or something?
I've seen a thing on a cruise where people are wearing headphones and everybody's dancing and you can't hear anything.
That's exactly what we're kind of doing, where you would wear that and we would all go walking together in nature and you would wear the headphones and then you would also do some meditation. So
that's pretty cool.
Just things that are different that can really help people feel better about themselves than just going to, somewhere to get a drink or something like that. But something that can really spark the mind, get it off of, even though we're using technology, get your mind off of using technology.
Right.
Like your phone.
Well, you're not on your phone while you're doing
thinking.
a Mind Vibe session.
Correct. Yeah, you're not having to really think. And a lot of people that can't relax really love the guided meditations because it takes you through a session and your mind your thoughts stay with that.
I'm curious to learn more about that. What's a guided session? So that's not the walking through the woods, or
so that's or nature, walking through nature. Do we have woods here? We could go through woods. That could be scary. We can make a murder mystery, a guided meditation. Now. But walking like at Oviedo on the Park. So when you come to the studio and you do a guided one, it'll tell you to
breathe
take a deep breath, breathe out, and help your mind go through. We actually have, I think, 60 or 80 guided meditations, and half of them are faith and flow. So they're Christian-oriented ones. So they're amazing. And then we also have the empowerment series, which is just secular if someone didn't want that. So you can kind of choose which one you want.
I want to talk more about that because that's really brilliant. But that means we're going to break again. So we're going to go to break. If you guys stay tuned for some more BaaD Radio coming up. Well, welcome back. And this portion of the show is brought to you by Ground Up Property Services. Do you know what your sprinkler system did last night? Probably not. So now's a good time to get your irrigation systems serviced by Ground Up Property Services today. And be sure to ask for a call with Ground Up about a water sensor too, so your lawn doesn't get too much water. Visit Ground Up Inc. for more information. It's groundupinc.net for more information. And so we are here with Dawn with Mind Vibe Studio. And just real quickly, what would you call Mind Vibe Studio? Like your definition of what it is.
So it's like a sound and meditation studio. I guess that would be the only words that I think people would understand, like a meditation studio. Yeah, because it's kind of a new concept, and that's the hard part with this is we've had to go through a lot of trial and error with so many things.
Well, yeah, no, that is true. And you said something to me yesterday or the day before, whatever, that was like, back in the day, Eric he was called like a witch doctor for doing chiropractic. And so now there's a chiropractor everywhere.
Yep.
So you're like the pioneers of this new.
I hope so. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, like a long time ago, there was a word called a charlatan. And I remember when I first met Eric 20 years ago, someone said that. And I'm like, what is that? He's like, that's what they've been calling chiropractors for 100 years. And fast forward to today, everyone's like, oh, I have a chiropractor. It's so it's amazing in such a positive way that everybody sees the benefits now of having a chiropractor. But back then, oh my gosh, like it was, you would go meet someone. And quick story, we were on our honeymoon and we were chatting with somebody and she says, what do you do? Eric says, I'm a chiropractor. She's like, well, I don't like chiropractors or something like that. Like people just felt that. I know, it was just so
rude.
I know. So Eric's like, well, what do you do? She's like, I'm a teacher. He's like, well, I didn't like my third grade teacher. So
did he really?
Yes. I mean, but people just felt the need that they can judge you. And so you know what? After 20 years of that, it kind of gives you a thick skin, but it's definitely so much better. And now pioneering this. So after him dealing with the body for 25 years, actually a lot longer, but you can't get your body fixed and healing if kind of you don't have your mind right? So for him to parlay over to doing this or adding this, it goes hand in hand.
No, it makes a lot of sense. And I can see where a lot of people are patients of Synergy would make good patients for Mind Vibes.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even call them patients because, like I said, I think of it more of just like a rest and relaxation session.
Exactly.
Not like
it's not a therapy.
It's not a doctor's visit.
Correct. And we're not doing therapy. We're not trying to do anything in the medical field. This is just like if you were to go to Pilates to work out. It's not like you're going to physical therapy. This is to really help your mind relax, reset, or recharge. Because sometimes we also need to get up and move, and we can't because we're so stressed, right? So we also have recharge sessions that will help you kind of get going.
Right.
You want that in the morning.
So before break, we started to talk about like the guided journeys, and then you talked about. So let's talk about the guided journeys a little bit more because I am very interested in this. And so, guided journey is still a 25-minute session, right?
Yep.
And you have different topics, I guess you could say, like different areas. And one of them, you said it was Christianity. One of them was
Faith and Flow, and then the Empowerment series. Okay. And with the Faith and Flow, both series have the same like trust, compassion, love. So you can choose which one you want. So that's what's so great about being a member, because you don't have to like, oh my gosh, which one should I get? Well, you can do them all. You just do them all different weeks. You can.
And you said become a member. You're talking about becoming a founding member.
Correct.
So in order to become a founding member, what do you need to do, right? What does somebody need to do?
Go on our website, mindvibestudio.com, and there's a button, and use the word mind for a free session, and then go get your free session. And then afterwards, go ahead and sign up. And you can go once a week, twice a week, or 3 times a week. That's the sessions we have right now.
And then also, if you guys want to find out a little bit more, you can actually go to all of their social medias because there's a lot of information on YouTube. There's a ton of information on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And so if you're curious about it, then you can definitely go there. And there is a previous show that they've done with BaaD Radio where Dr. Eric was here, and you can go watch that. So if you're curious about what we're talking about, go check it out online. There's so much information there now, and it can answer a lot of the questions you have. But I highly encourage you to call and talk or walk in and have a conversation. What are the hours again?
So it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings from like 8 to 10:30, and then also we have afternoon sessions. Don't quote me on them. 3 to 5.
It's okay. Yeah.
I think I would have come completely prepared. It's on the website, so whenever someone says what are the times, I just tell them to go to the website. But it's around there, 8 to 10:30, and like 3 to 5:30.
Right.
So right now, until we start to get more clients, we can then grow the hours.
Is somebody allowed to just walk in?
Oh, yeah, they can definitely walk in. I mean, that would be fine too.
Okay.
Of course. I mean,
everybody
takes walk-ins, of course. Come walk in, and if we can get you on a table, we will. If not, we'll just schedule it whenever we're there, because we are there like all day.
But it is preferred appointments.
It is.
Okay. Good.
But we gotcha. We'll do it. We gotcha.
Take care
Angela,
of
you come in, we gotcha. We'll take care.
I think that those two guided tours, because I didn't really understand what the guided tour was, to be completely honest with you. The session that I did was it was really neat, because I'm not, and the truth is I'm not sure which one it was, but when I laid down, they put on the headphones, and I had the strobe lights.
Yep.
And then what happened? At first, I felt a little panic. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little panic, but then my brain started to follow the patterns.
Yep.
So it was literally like seeing patterns that went along with the music, and I was entertained. And then when afterwards, I was like, that's pretty cool,
Yeah.
But I didn't really understand what I was doing. I just know that I felt good afterwards. So.
And that's the thing, like the lights go along. There's so much science in with the way the lights go with your brain. And I don't know if strobe is the right word, but I would say, or flashing. I would say it's more of like the lights do like a dance to your brain and the music and the vibration. I know. I don't know how to explain it. And so it's just really cool. Almost every single person that does a session and they come off, they're like, wow, that is not what I expected. Like, it was like so much better, but it's very difficult to explain. And so there's a lot of education behind it, but we are, ready for the challenge. We're ready to help people experience a great way to relax and recharge, from, if you're having difficulty sleeping, because like if you're up till midnight and sleeping till 5 a.m. and get up, and if you're tired, and you could just pop in, do a 25-minute session, and then get recharged again. So that'll really help you if someone's not able to change their sleep schedule. If I said, Angela, you really need to go to bed at like 9:30, and you're like, but I just can't and I won't. That's okay. Then do what you do, and then just go use us. Use us, girl. Come on in and, get a session done.
So let's talk about the stress sessions a little bit. So, stress is something that everybody talks about. Anxiety is something that everybody talks about. And so the stress, are there like specific sessions that are made just for stress, or are all of them kind of a little bit stress related?
They all can really help you with the stress, the vibration of the beds. And if you have issues with lights, like if you have a seizure or seizure activity, or you just don't like lights, you don't have to use the lights. But you know how when you walk into you're going to get a massage, and you walk into the studio and you hear the music, and like they're taking you back, what you're about to experience, and the whole ambiance. That's how it is when you come into Mind Vibes. So when we take you through the door, your whole body just relax. And then when you lay down on the bed, before you even get the earphones on, you hear the humming of the bed, and you lay down, and we put a blanket over you, and you put your headphones on and the lights, and it almost takes you into just a whole nother world. And it's just so calming. So if you're coming in very stressed, you're going to leave there in a different state.
Right.
You're
going to reset.
You're going to reset. You might still have that stress, but a lot of times you just have to change your thought. So if you listen to a guided session on stress, it might give you some extra tools in your tool chest to maybe handle that. So then when you go to leave, you can go to the Reflect and Connect Cafe, and you can journal and different things and have the tea and really get into your space and really find what you're looking for to help you.
I really like that journaling part. Oh, man. All right. Sorry. We're going to break. All right, you guys, stay tuned. We got some more BaaD Radio coming up. Welcome back, and this portion of the show is brought to you by Frogger's Grill and Bar. Looking for a place to go with friends or meet new ones? Then you're looking for Frogger's Grill and Bar, and with 4 great locations, there's bound to be one near you, and you don't want to miss out on Frogger's amazing menu where everything is fresh, never frozen. Oviedo, Mount Dora, Apopka, and Altamont Springs. Frogger's Grill and Bar, hopping with food and fun.
Yeah, boy.
That's right. So I'm here with Dawn with Mind Vibe Studio, and again, let's just say it again. What is Mind Vibe Studio?
A sound and meditation healing studio.
Located in
Oviedo.
Right. And so when we ended the segment last time, we were talking about the cafe, the Reflect Cafe, and we were talking about how, Dr. Eric was adamant about it because, like, when you leave, sometimes it's nice to be able to sit down and write your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things as growing up that I used to always do is it was called Young Life, and it was like a Christian organization that was associated with your school, and you would go on like Young Life like trips.
Mm-hmm.
And when you got back, you felt so happy with your life. You felt so happy with the world, and you could even leave a good church service and feel that. And then you just want to hold it, and you want to bottle it up, and you want to keep it. And just like anytime like you're starting to feel stressed, you can like open it up and smell it and get that good feeling again. And the way that I feel about Mind Vibes is that you've created a place where people can go and recharge, get that feeling back.
Exactly.
And
like a place and a space to go,
mm-hmm.
because anybody can listen to something on their in their car, at home,
mm-hmm.
just like you can work out at home to videos, but a lot of people can't because they need that community. They need a leader. They need to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
They need to keep going. And so that's kind of like what this is. Last year when we were telling our friend about it, and I was telling him the idea, and he's like, you know what? He's like, I'll like sit in my car. I just need, because he's like, I can't go home. If I go home, I'll feel guilty because I got my kids running around.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times, but really in your car, I mean, it's quiet and all, but like it's just not the ambience or whatever, however you say it,
Mm-hmm.
is not like really for that. It doesn't hit
Mm-hmm.
all of your senses. So this really hits all of your senses. You could go once a week. The founding club is really cool for that because it's a really discounted price for once a week, I think, and twice a week. And once those 50 spots are taken, like the price, is different, and you don't get all the other events and the VIP. So,
right.
If you're curious about it, become a founding. You can cancel anytime.
Okay.
But it's just you've got to just go and try it. Just check it out, and you'll be like, oh, I wish I would have did this. Mm-hmm. Same thing people would say with chiropractic. They'd see us as the last resort, and we'd always say, you're going to love there. And then sure enough, they wished they came to us sooner. They wish they came to us first.
Right.
Because, they went through so many doctors, so many this, that, and chiropractic all they need.
I hear that all the time, last resort, whether it's Hiroko with acupuncture and stuff like that. They want to go to Western medicine. They want to get a pill, and they want an instant, relief. And then they get all like high on the drugs, and then they have to go to rehab and I'm just like, no.
Yeah, try holistic first.
Yes.
Try holistic first. See what they say. There's a lot of highly intelligent holistic doctors out there that did not want to go the medical route because it's just not something they were interested in. And so they're really smart, and sometimes they will send you that way. Say, hey, you really need this. You really need that.
Mm-hmm.
So with Mind Vibes, it's kind of like, check us out before it's too late. And we work in conjunction with counselors. Like, we're not saying we're therapy at all. So if you see a counselor, she can also recommend this for you just to help for healing or anything that people are dealing with. The world is too much for us right now. I don't think our brains are supposed to comprehend so much social media that's going on.
Yeah, we're not.
It's too much.
We are definitely not. And I wanted to bring up, so you so the Connect and Reflect is so you can come out and you can actually jot down some of the ways the way that you feel, so that when the time comes and you're feeling stressed, you could open up that journal and look back and then maybe and then book yourself another session or
Well, you'll actually, it'll be like the same time every week. So like when you said once you get home, this is like this, like if you do Mondays at 3:00, and if you need to reschedule, of course you can do that. but it's kind of in your schedule. It's there, so it makes you make it just like a workout.
Yeah, that's why you do the Body Street. No,
exactly.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
And then you had some custom teas made, right?
Yes, we did. I thought you said teeth for a second, and I'm like, I don't know where I thought that from. No, yes, we did. So we curated some
pretty
custom teas. They are, and for different flavors and to help go with the sessions and different things like that. So whatever session you choose, we have a tea curated for that, just to help bring us back to our senses. Senses not mentally, but like taste and smell and sound and lights and vibroacoustic to really feel what's going on. Mm-hmm. It's a really great session and a really great experience. So I want everybody to do it because who couldn't, who doesn't love that?
Right. Well, that's like we want.
It's like ice cream. It's like you just enjoy it.
We definitely want to help make Mind Vibe Studio a staple of the Oviedo area and even farther out. So down the road,
our goal is to actually get this one going and then open more of them.
And once it's all worked out, then where there's going to be franchise opportunities, but you'll be blessed because we've already worked out all the kinks along the way, and so it'll be seamless.
Yeah.
But really focus on sleep and stress. So if you're feeling like you're struggling with sleep and stress, definitely go to Mind Vibes. And again, all the socials, go ahead and give all that contact information out. We're going to say it a couple times before the show's over so people know where to find you.
Yeah, so mindvibestudio.com. Mm-hmm. And then on Facebook, we have some really fun Facebook reels, super fun, but you can really capture the essence in a lot of the reels of what the studio looks like, and on Instagram and everything. And I think it's just Mind Vibe Studio and YouTube. Mm-hmm. So it's just Mind Vibe Studio. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
And that's the handle for everything is Mind Vibe Studio.
Make it easy.
And I think that's perfect. And it will answer a lot of your questions. But and you said that the first people can sign up for a free session?
Oh yeah. So your first session is free. You go on the website and type in the word mind and you can come in and get your free session.
MIND?
MIND, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And just book it and, no obligation, just test it out, see how you like it and let us know. And, hopefully you'll become a founding member and change your life. Really like.
Yeah. And don't worry about there's no crazy sales pitch afterwards. It's not like you're buying a condo or whatever they call it.
Timeshare.
Timeshare.
Yeah. Or a car. Yeah. It's just super easy. It's almost the price of like getting a massage once a month, except you get to go every week and you get to experience, everything there. So
I think your pricing structure is phenomenal.
Yeah,
to be honest,
it's really good.
You.
Yeah.
So once or twice a week, you get to go and really kind of take a little bit of time for yourself, and I think that's very powerful. And like I said, I'm very confident that it's going to do extremely well in Oviedo.
Thank you.
I think that the focus on the sleep and the stress is something that everybody really needs. Yeah. And like the Target demo, we were talking about it yesterday or the day before, and it doesn't have to be just stressed out moms. It can be stressed out dads, right?
Yes, exactly. And that's kind of where we wanted it to come to the masses, because a lot of high level corporate dads, need a place in a space to relax and recharge. So we have everything for everyone, really. So we're super excited. But someone that's stressed or just needs to reset their mind, and someone isn't getting much sleep, that really just either wants deeper sleep or wants more sleep but can't get it at night, they can just pop in, get a session. They can even double their sessions and get more time, which have had people ask us to do that. So they just love it so much.
They want to stay in for 50 minutes.
Correct. Yeah.
That's wonderful. So we're coming to the back end of the show, which I can't even believe it. So go ahead and give out all the address and all the contact information again.
Okay. So Mind Vibe Studio, 1791 East Broadway Street, Oviedo, Florida, 32765. And our website, mindvibestudio.com. It has our phone number. You can literally book right online there with the Book Now button, or I think it says something else. But yeah, just book your free session, check it out, see how you like it, and hopefully you're becoming a founding member, and you'll really, get super healthy mind-wise, and hopefully some good ideas come about.
Well, thanks for being my my guest today, Dawn. And thanks to everyone for tuning into the show this week. And I want to wish everybody a very happy week and to remember to support local.